Okay, I just picked up a Vacuum Master that you can mount to your wall. So today we're gonna install that right about here in this nice empty spot. But I have no outlets anywhere in my garage except for way over there in the corner. So where I want to mount this, there's nothing. So we're gonna add a breaker at the bottom corner here, and we're gonna run our wiring down through one of these knockouts because there's a stud right here. So we'll go ahead and stick an outlet in there so we can plug into it. First thing we will do, obviously, is kill our main power. Alright, so there's two little hooks in there that he grabs right here. And this end pushes down into place. We have some 14-2 wire here. We just cut off a length here that's going to be long enough to run up here to our hole, down to our wall. So we got plenty here. Just use a blade to slice this open, pull it back to expose your 3 wires. Now use a wire stripper on this 14 gauge to cut off just a little bit of wire to expose. Both your black and white wire are exposed some. Your black wire is going to go right under this bolt from the circuit we just put in and tighten down. Your white wire is going to go to any empty slot on this negative bus here. And your ground, where's my ground? Ground bus is back here with all the other ground wires. Find a slot in there to, oh sorry, that's the other negative bus in there. The ground, you can see they all come up here. The ground bus, and this one is at the top. So just stick it in. You can double it up with any of the other ones that are already in there if there's no empty slot. Okay, this 2-gang old work, because work has already been done. We're gonna cut our hole out right here, up against, this is where our beam is, so we're gonna put it up against that, right below here. So our wire will feed through it easily, and we'll knock out one of these for the wire to get into it. So we're actually gonna hold our box here where we want it, and we're gonna trace here along the side. That's where we're gonna cut. So these little tabs that stick out will grab on to the cables. All right, after we have our lines from that, we can bring them out. See where they're gonna meet. And then we're gonna cut just on the inside of that line. So we just start our hole saw in. Down, I'm gonna try not to go into the wall far with this blade, so if there are any wires back there, we'll not cut them. All right, after we get it cut all the way out, just remove that. As you can see back there, there are other wires and insulation, but we got enough depth right here to stick our box in, I think. Okay, since our panel is already installed, we have these plastic connectors that we're going to put in this hole and feed the wire through, similar to those, so it keeps the wire in place and protected from the sharp metal around the edges. Okay, once that's in, you can just feed the wire straight through here. And since we cut our hole, you can see it in here. Let me just dish it out, pull it down. That's what we will connect to our electrical boxes. Okay, we can see our black positive that runs down here into our hole, and the white here is our white neutral. That runs. It's hard to see. I lost it out. Here it is. It comes up and goes into our bar here. And our ground, it's coming out of here, runs up with the rest of the grounds and goes in with that one. All right, Millie's trying to help me with this next part. So for this part, we're just going to take a screwdriver and knock out one of these tabs here where our electrical is going to go. Watch out, Millie. Watch out. Watch out, girl. All right, so we just busted the tab out. That's all you got to do. All right, I'll try to film this while doing it. So that hole we just knocked out, just stick your wire in there. This box in. So we're going to push the box into the wall, and when it's in, we're going to screw this, and that's going to cause this tab to raise up and pull in against the drywall to hold it in place. And then there's another one on the bottom corner down there. Okay, now for our wire that's coming down, again, you can take your knife, split it here, cut off the extra plastic shielding. On these, we stripped the white and black a little bit more than before, because this time we're going to take some needle nose pliers and bend it to create a little loop. And we're going to bend our black one, and we're going to also bend our ground. These loops are going to wrap around these screws on our outlet. So the gold colored screws is going to have the black wire, the white or silver will have the white, and the green is our ground down here. Our white wire, we're going to have it facing down, because when we turn our screw clockwise, it's going to help tighten it. Okay, this is what one receptacle looks like. If we were only doing one, we'd stop here, but we're going to do a double one. So I cut these additional short pieces of wire here. So what we're going to do is connect this one to the second gold terminal, and then the other end of it will run to the second receptacle, its bottom gold terminal right next to it. And the same with the white. And then for the ground, we are gonna just hook this ground onto here as well and run it to the ground on the other receptacle. Okay, we can see we have our black wire from here going over to the side, this white wire and ground, going around the back, over here to this top one. Now, all we have to do is push them in, screw them in, the 4 screws. All right, we have them all screwed in now, so I'm going to turn power on and test them. First, I'm going to make sure that the breaker is off that we just wired, so when we turn the main power on, everything should still work. Main power restored, lights work, no fire. It's always a good sign. All right, back at our main panel without touching anything inside. Flip our breaker back on, which should feed power to this. I have a little non-contact voltage tester here, and we have power. Now we're going to attach our faceplate with 2 screws. Last step is to reattach our panel cover, and we're done.